So I took the bread and I took the wine, and it didn't hurt. And my first meal was amazing because I got to spend it with God. I guess it was about 8 years ago when I genuinely started feeling like death. And so I pretty much had to take a break from life. And I didn't know why. Doctors didn't know why. And I couldn't eat anything. And it hurt to eat anything. And if I had any kind of bread, any kind of gluten, if I drank out of a straw with someone who had had bread, I would be sick for a week. And I didn't know why. It wasn't just the gluten. It was everything. It was meat. It was vegetables. Nothing would stay in my stomach, and it hurt so bad to eat, where I would take a bite of something and instantly I would be on the ground in a ball, just writhing in pain. And so I went to a functional nutritionist, and we did elimination diets. And I was to the point where I would do 3 shots of oil a day, and it hurt so badly. And that's all I would have for the day. I wouldn't have water, I wouldn't have food, I would just have 3 shots of oil. And so we finally found this protein powder that my stomach could handle more than food and more than oil. And so I started drinking that, and that was my diet for 2 years. 2 long years, 1 shake a night, water throughout the day, writhing in pain at night. When I wasn't able to eat for the 2 years, even at the beginning, I lost my best friends because they couldn't deal with me not being able to eat, which is just ironic, because if they couldn't deal with it, then how could I deal with it, you know? And I didn't feel like I had anyone to turn to, just this sucks, and I don't know how to deal with this. And that was really hard. It broke me. It broke my spirit. And so throughout losing my friends, I turned to God, and I was really strong with Him. I would be in my Bible every minute of the day because I couldn't work, couldn't be with people because no one wanted to be with me. And so, I found my strength in God, even when my body wasn't strong. 2 years of that went on, and my faith with God had a lot of ups and downs because people would pray for me, and I kind of got sick of prayer because it was 2 years and people kept praying for me and nothing was happening. There was some really low times in my life where I didn't want to continue because it just wasn't getting better. And thinking back on that now with everything that just happened, it's crazy because God was always there. He was always healing me no matter if I felt it in myself or not. So I was there on Tuesday night for the prayer meeting, and I needed to be there. I didn't want to be there. I was in pain. I was tired, but I went anyways because I knew I needed to be there. And the prayer meeting ended, and people gathered around me because they wanted to pray for me. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it again. Why not? So they prayed for my back. They prayed for my stomach. They prayed for my career because I didn't want to continue in nannying 2 sets of twins. And so they prayed for all of that, and I felt good afterwards, but I was just like, it probably won't happen. But I woke up the next morning and I found myself alone with God all day. And I was just singing old hymns, and I was just praising Him with everything that I had. As I was getting ready for the day, I was in the shower and I was singing Nothing But the Blood. And God came to me and He said, that's what it is, Hayley. It's nothing but my blood that will wash this sickness, this pain, this sorrow away. And so in that moment, we made a covenant with each other that the next time there was communion at church, I would partake in it. And he promised that it would not hurt me. And so Sunday morning came and I partook in communion. And it didn't hurt. I didn't take the gluten-free option, even though like there's a little bit of me. I was just like, you know, I'm probably still a celiac because I've been a celiac for 7 years. But I fully believed that he was going to heal all of me. And so I took the bread and I took the wine and it didn't hurt. And my first meal was amazing because I got to spend it with God. And I lived in that moment without any pain. I lived through the sermon without any pain. I was able to focus. I was able to truly be in the room and not just be a frame and just be there on a Sunday morning saying I'm fine and lie to everyone's faces. I went out to lunch afterwards and I ate a full meal and it didn't hurt. I went and had dinner and I had like, I think thirds and I had gelato. And I ate everything that wasn't nailed down and I wasn't hurting. And I would be driving in the car worshiping and I would just break out in laughter because I was just so excited. Like, God is so good. I made a post on Facebook and just wanted to share my testimony with people. And people were coming out of the woodwork saying that they've been praying for me all along and that my testimony has healed them and has brought hope to them. And there's power in what might seem like a sucky season in your life, but God uses it for His glory no matter what. And that's what I've always told myself through life. Like, you know, this is awful. I don't know why I'm going through this, but I know in the long run, this will be part of my testimony so I can go and share God's love with people. And He's just glorious. And I cannot be more in love with God than I am right now. And I can't believe it. I'm healed. I'm healed.